Hello, welcome to another modern stream. It's been a while now that Amulet has kind of not been too great. So what I've been doing is instead of kind of pushing myself to break the deck, I just embrace the meme and I try to simply have some fun with random decks. This is probably like the worst out of all of the ones that I have tried so far, but hopefully it will be hilarious enough that it will be worth it. If you do enjoy this kind of more memey, stupid versions, leave me a comment below and definitely hit those like buttons and whatnot, so I know that that's the kind of stuff that you want to watch, and then I can make some more content like this. What we're doing though is we're playing Amulet Reanimator. Of course, we are. These new cards they got printed in Modern Horizons actually enable Reanimator strategies which have not really been possible in Modern before, so we're going to be trying this out in order to reanimate our good old bad boy Primeval Titan. The thing that this deck has is that this deck is an awful Amulet deck. This deck is just a really shitty Amulet deck. We don't have a Susa, so you don't have a great boosts of mana. Even when you resolve a Titan, because your mana base is so skewed towards black mana, like you really need to make sure that you have access to black mana. You're just getting Hanwar Battlements. Like you're playing Battlements, but you only have room for a single Valakut. So like there's multiple reasons why this deck sucks just by design, but it has a couple of cutesy little things that I kind of enjoy, like for example Witch's Cottage, which is the what's the name of that card? There was a card that was exactly like this, and it ETB stabbed and puts a creature on top, which I have played in Amulet before. Which I've registered for events for sure. I can't remember the name of the card for whatever reason, but whatever. Like this is the same effect, but the difference is that if you have an Urborg or if you have all three of your swamps, which is the Sagoth Triumph and doubled Overgrown Tomb, now your fetch lands can actually go ahead and allow you to bring back a killed Titan. Or you can like tutor for your Titan and then fetch and put it on top of your deck. So that's a cute interaction. We're gonna see whether it actually works or not. There's a land that came out in Zendikar, I think the second Zendikar, that does this exact same effect when it ETBs and it taps for black mana. I can't remember the name of the card for whatever reason. Like I actually registered this in events and everything. Like this card was like legit tech at some point against control strategies and whatnot. But anyway, so that's what we're gonna be trying today. I have very low expectations for this deck, but that's the best way to approach this kind of thing because it means that every win is going to be so much sweeter. This side rule includes Ghost Quarter, Piety Needle and Relic so we can fetch off of Saga, of course, another Arboreal Gracer against aggressive strategies, Bone Shards as a way to kill problematic creatures, Dismember. Actually, Bone Shards also answers Planeswalkers, which is not a small thing. Should definitely mention that. Foundation Breaker and Force of Vigor, because these cards are just great right now. Sarah's Emissary against decks like Elementals and Hammer and whatnot. Terastodon against Tron, and then Engineered Explosives against other aggro decks. We're going to be running this through a league. Again, let me know whether you like this content or not, and I will see you for round number 1. Alright, playing against Lurrus deck. This hand is heinous, but I'm going to keep it. And this is the problem with this deck list and why I think it's so awful. It's just like, well, we can't win, damn it. All the things that it's doing, it just sucks at doing them. Like, look at this. Like, we just drew a card that does literally nothing for us. Like, this card does absolutely nothing for us. This deck is so awful. It is kind of hilarious though. Although I should probably just concede the match here. I really don't feel like playing against Mill. Like I'm having good vibes right now, I'm having a good time. Scott with a tier 1 sub. Thank you for the sub, buddy. Happy Monday to you as well. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. Well, I mean, we drew this fucking witch's cottage, so I'm gonna play it out. It sucks, but what am I supposed to do? Please surgical my amulet. Please surgical it. Oh, damn it. I think if my opponent Tasha's, I am going to just concede because I don't want them to know that I'm playing Reanimator. Or I guess I just show them the cottage, so I guess it's too late at this point. Don't have counterspell mana, so that's good. Yep. Yep. Sounds good, I guess. So Reanimator plan, not very good against the main deck Soul Guide Lantern. Just gonna pass here. Actually, Witch's Cottage plus Dryad is pretty neat here. Too bad that this is in our hand, because we could use this to counter Surgical Extraction, which is pretty sweet. No land. No land. We're gonna see the Field of Ruin you. Oh, Drowning the Lock. Okay. So now I'm gonna get to Primeval Titan. I mean, here goes nothing. So my opponent really have nothing going on here. There's no way they have nothing going on. Like, no. Just nothing, huh? I think I just go double Saga. Yep. I could go for Bojuka Bog myself, but the thing is that if my opponent wants to drown this Titan, they're gonna be able to anyway. So I might as well like set up the alternate Saga win condition. I draw a card with Soul Guide. Not playing around my Reanimator package. Wow. Please don't have it. They suck this Soul Guide. Can I please draw a Persist? Can I please stop decking Persist now? Boy, this deck is embarrassing. It's a strong meme, though. I have to say that it's a strong meme. Do we even have sideboard cards for this? We got the removal spells. Guess Relic is fine. But neither Serra's Emissary nor Terastodon. I mean, Terastodon is a way to, like, race, right? Just put, like, a bunch of bodies in play and race that way. Probably have to go find the basic forest. If my opponent blows up, probably my growth chamber. Yep. Obviously, they were gonna do that. Persist off the top one time. Persist off the top. Okay, so we pay for our pact. 1, 2, 3, 4. We play a land. Unless we find a bounce land, I guess we can't really make... Surgical Dryad. Alright. Well, I'm gonna get another Titan. Gonna persist the other Primeval Titan now. It means my opponent gets to untap and tash us. I think I'm losing this game. I don't think I'm winning. I don't think we're winning this game, for what's worth. I don't think that I'm winning. So we play Overgrown Tomb. We still have Gruul Turf in the deck, I guess. So we're gonna persist Primeval Titan. I don't think I can also haste this Saga token, unfortunately. What could I do here? Because we can't force the Chomp. Because the stupid Titan is at 5/5. So we can't force the Chomp, so... So get Gruul Turf. Yeah, we can't do everything. So I guess we're gonna get Gruul Turf and Bojuka Bog. This now hastes Titan. And makes a token. Pugarb, thank you for the follow. And now I'm not gonna fetch because I don't want my opponent to be able to cast that. I kind of do want to make a token though. Maybe I just fetch one card. Just fetch one fetch land. Make a token and pass. I guess they're just gonna, if they find any land, they're just gonna be able to do this anyways. So I'm just dead here. Terrible block from my opponent. Terrible block. Alright, so we may have a shot just because my opponent made that block, which is heinous. My opponent just gave me a shot at winning the game. for no reason at all. You go down to 1 there every single time. You go down to 1 every single time, and it's not even remotely close. We may win because of my opponent's block right there. Only reason. I mean, I guess we may just win because of this. 6 cards. Don't have a fetch land. Let there be justice. Don't do it. Wow. We shouldn't. Wow. Wow. Oh, that's so embarrassing. All right, dismembers. We like that. We like relic. Just cutting the Sunmark Grave. They literally just don't do anything. Definitely keeping the persists. Yeah, but it was also with the both of those reasons that you pointed out, Jeff Cat, and also because of the fact that my opponent had Shelldock in play, so I really didn't. I wanted to keep my deck above 20 cards if at all possible. So that's why I was very, very hesitant about finding a land. So this card doesn't do anything because all of their cards just don't target, so I'm not gonna even bother with this. Engineered explosives are the only considerations. All of my other cards don't really do anything. I think this is fine. Guess I'm keeping this hand. The Underworld Cookbook. That's a spicy number. That is indeed a spicy number. Sure. Bonnie has Fatal Push. They don't. Okay. That. Play this. I'm just gonna kill this thing, right? Discarding cookbook. Yep. I mean, there's a prime time there. I'm just gonna go for it. We are doing it. This deck is gas? No, it is not. It most certainly it's not, Andrea. Most certainly it is not. Wow. I just have nothing. What hand did they keep? We should not have won this match. I guess that's the good thing whenever you don't have expectations. You can only be pleasantly surprised. It's just net EV. Alright, see you next round. Alright, here we are for round number 2. Playing against another Lurrus deck. Yep, shipping that one. Yep, shipping that one. I mean, I guess this is the best hand we've seen so far. Still pretty bad. Bottom that, and I guess we're gonna bottom. Yeah, we're gonna bottom that. Radiant Fountain allows us to like buy a little bit more time. Let's see what we're up against. Hey. Feeling so smart about keeping this Radiant Fountain here. Great draw. That was sarcasm. It's not a great draw. Not a great draw. It isn't. There's a lyric about Twitch streamers. Nice. I think we're packed in for Dryad here. Never mind. I was really hoping my opponent would be playing something like Burn. That was the only way that we could actually win this game. But now that we know that my opponent's playing a mid-range deck, we probably can't win. Because they have interaction. If they were playing Burn, then the fact that we multi-5 wouldn't really matter, because just like, you know, my cards are just very hard for my opponent to interact with. But now that my opponent's gonna be able to answer my Dryad fairly easily, I probably have to steal Pact. I don't think that I can just sit around and do nothing here. Persist and GG. I have to say Persist would have been insane right there, yep. Also would have been absolutely hilarious. Yeah. Ugh. Gonna exile my dude. So I'm gonna fetch right now, make sure that my opponent doesn't exile my Sagoth Triumph. This Monkey's hard to beat. They exile the second Dryad? Damn it. Let's play Castle. I mean, I guess opponent doesn't need another Thoughtseize. Expedition map is what they exiled. I was gonna say, that's not the worst. They do get to go find a land. Don't Thoughtseize me. They didn't. Leave green floating because I'm gonna play this Disgracer. Now the question is, do I want to develop my mana, or do I want to just like play a couple of Ursa Saga? I just want to play a couple of Sagas. I guess they don't have an Holy Heat enabled just yet. Now they do. Which is obviously a problem. No Vestige? No, there's no Vestige. Gonna get a couple of 2/2s next turn. Should I? Maybe I should have gotten Bog, actually. Ho! That's not bad. So we're definitely bogging my opponent. That's the easy part. Now do I want? I think I just want to get Valakut. I could also get a fetch land. That's actually better, right? We just go fetch land Urborg, and on my upkeep, I can go get Witch's Cottage, and I can get back the Primeval Titan. That's kind of sick. Now I'm gonna bog them. Bog them plus fetch. Can't haste. But that's fine. That was... That's just hilarious. But with my opponent having Lurrus in hand and the potential for them to draw an Holy Heat, maybe that's fine. Three mana. Hardcast Lurrus. No attacks. Coward. Make some tokens. You're gonna K-command both constructs? Sure. This is still a 2 for 0. A 1 for 0, right? In our favor. I guess you don't need to play a good deck when you draw like this. There's just no need to be playing a good deck when you can just draw like this. They're tapped out, so this is just lethal. Mull to 5, no problem, I guess. I have to say that this deck is hilarious. I have to say that this deck is just hilarious. All right, I'm actually having a good time. I was expecting to just be feeling really bad because I would lose a lot, but this deck is just hilarious enough. Opponent says good top decks. I'm just gonna say yes. Good top decks. Yes, that's accurate. That's actually accurate. Those were good top decks. Modest of Mind with the raid. How's it going? Welcome everybody from Modest of Mind's stream. Persist is just like a legit card against them. Their Mark Drake. I wonder if we should just like not play, just not play our Mark Rave and just play Persist. How did your stream go? We're playing a pile right now. Iván nos ha pedido que nos saludes en español, pero por supuesto, AXR. Un gran saludo, un gran saludo. ¿Sos amigo de Iván? Iván es el number one. ¿3-2 con Raga Burn? Solo follower es un crack, sí, un campeón. I don't think I want bone shards. Would I ever consider doing a drop for race like Spike? I don't know. I just don't play enough. I don't play enough because like Spike has enough followers to do it full time, so he just like he devotes like insane amounts of hours to like streaming and content creation and brewing and tuning decks. I just don't have that time because you know I don't own enough. I don't earn enough through streaming or like YouTube content creation and stuff to just like make a living solely off of that. So I don't think I could ever do it. One time I was close. One time I was like 6th at the end of the season or something like that. Sure. Take my Dryad. Can get it back for 2 mana. So Amulet would suck with this hand. So I mean, Amulet would suck with this deck. I think that Ursa Saga is just like going turn 1 Saga is very, very rarely gonna be an acceptable play with this deck. Hold on to that one. Let's play this and say go. I don't want to expose this cookbook to a call against command for no reason at all. What's up, Corn? How you doing? That's their play. I think my opponent is waiting until I play the Saga to play an Alpine Moon. Is that fine though? I guess it's not fine, but it will be fine next turn, so let's just do that. So now if my opponent Alpine Moons my Saga, like I just don't care. Should have played my second land, by the way. That was a mistake. Shouldn't have done this. Shouldn't have done this. My opponent gave me an extra land drop for no reason whatsoever, and yeah, I fucked that up. So now my opponent's gonna Alpine Moon. They're gonna blow up my Saga. That sucks. Imagine they take this member here. They don't have Alpine Moon? Why don't they have Alpine Moon? I don't think I can do the trick where I bounce my own Saga. So let's just chill here. Make my opponent's mana awkward. They're just doing nothing. Their list, I don't like their list. Their list doesn't seem very good. That's an awful top deck. I don't think I could have had a worse top deck than that one. That's pretty brutal. So I'm either getting Expedition Map or Relic. I think my opponent showed me that they don't have access to what's his name. But then they get to play Lurrus and then they get back the explosives. So I think we get Expedition Map, but we don't crack it right now. We take the turn to bog them. Get rid of that explosives. And I guess at this point I'm going to play out the cookbook. ¿Por qué no pongo...? Porque después me va a tomar 2 turnos el poder jugar la saga de nuevo. No tengo una dríada en juego, entonces me estoy haciendo un time walk yo solito. That guy's kind of a problem. This will never be the optimal version of anything. Let me be very clear. This will never be the optimal version of anything. Damn it. What are we doing here? Low-key, this Dothy Voidwalker is super annoying. I mean, I could get Valakut, and then if my opponent has a 2-mana removal spell for this, we kind of just lose. I could go get another Saga. If I go get another Saga, I'm actually putting some pressure on my opponent. So I think this is the better option. We know my opponent's hand is Lurrus, and we also know that my opponent hasn't been doing anything for a long time at this point, so... If I had a fetch line in play, I would definitely go for the Valakut line, because that gets rid of the Dothy Voidwalker regardless. I don't think I can T-West for a Titan. I don't think we're there yet. The Valakut is actually kind of interesting, though. Yeah, I think I'm gonna risk it. I think I'm gonna risk it. This may be wrong, but I do think like I'm fairly far behind here, where I need my opponent to not have... I mean, it can't be an Unholy Heat. Okay, that just worked. All right. Cool. And now that the Voidwalker is out of the picture, then things look a lot better, because we can just crack this cookbook to get back the Dryad and just do it all over again. So I finally caved. I mean, it was Amulet Monday and I didn't know what else to do, so... Discard a card to damage to any target. I guess I'll discard this coach. I think my opponent just has another K command here. Unholy Heat, okay. I mean, that's perfectly fine. One, two, three, four. Honestly, I kind of love it when the flavor text in Underworld Cookbook is actually relevant. I love it when that happens. Yeah, sure. Let's get back the bounce. Never draw a Primeval Titan. No problem. Hello, hello. Playing against Yorion. Another beautiful hand that just doesn't do anything. That's what my deck does, though, so I think I have to keep this. Is this the life we chose? This is the life we chose, Chad. It's not pretty, but somebody's gotta do it. Nobody said your life is like the witch left on Minecraft. Sometimes I'm playing, listening to your stream, and I'm afraid. No, I never played Minecraft either, so I have no idea what you're talking about. Opponent is a brave gamer. Opponent is a brave soul. We can play Dryad right now, which I think I want to do. Wait, do I? Or I'd rather develop mana? Actually, I think I'd rather develop mana. Has to be a permanent button, sound button on the stream. Well, I mean, if I love just like it, then I don't even need the button. Oh, they got nothing? Seems like my opponent got nothing. I'm gonna be short, though. Does that mean I want to expose the Dryad? I think I don't want to expose the Dryad. So my opponent probably has like Solitude and shit, I would imagine. They just have to, right? Otherwise, what the hell are they doing? I mean, I guess that's what they're doing. Yep. Pitching second Thalia. Ephemerate. Oh, they had to pay 2 for Ephemerate, dude. That's hilarious. So, float a green. I can still go for primetime here. And we just kill the Solitude. I guess I can't. It does put me really far ahead on mana, so I think I'm gonna do it anyway. So play Primeval Titan. Yes. Oh, we can go double Titan, right? Just get bounce land, bounce land. And then we have 4. But we can't do anything with that much. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. So even if my opponent has a Flicker Wisp, we're still fine. Okay, I guess that seems worth it. Balakut, Battlements. I miss you, Stronghold. I miss you, Stronghold. Where are you? So I have to play around Flicker Wisp here. So let's go get Saga Castle. And just another Saga Castle. Saga Overrun Tomb? Saga Fetchland? Saga Fetchland is better because we can go get Witch's Cottage if we need to. Even though my opponent's removal is exile based, which makes things a little bit more awkward. Do you like the deck so far? No, I think it's terrible. I think the deck is very bad. But it's hilarious, so I'm having a good time. Yeah, if I were playing normal Amulet, I would have just won. But, you know, we're playing this pile of shit, so... I guess I should have cycled. Should have definitely cycled. This deck is very good. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. If I were playing a good deck, I would have won the game, right? And instead, I'm like dealing with this stupid nonsense instead. So this is not a good deck. Whatever you think this deck is, it's not a good one. Why is the deck playing Border's Garrison but not Slayer Stronghold? Because you have to, like, your mana base forces you, like your deck suite forces you to play a bunch of black sources and stuff. So like something's gotta give. As easy as that. Something's gotta give. And that something is the Boros package, unfortunately, which is one of the best parts of the deck, but gotta do what you gotta do. So that's a bad draw. Best item version only needs Gretchen and Ren and 7 exactly. No, I want to save this fetch because if I draw a Dryad, this represents a bunch of damage. So I definitely don't want to fetch. I think I'm bouncing one of these sagas. After making a token, of course. So that I can replay it next turn. Get more value. Gretchen FNM is nice. Gretchen MTGO is rude. Well, we 5-0'd with Gretchen last week. Eisenhower Battlements better than Garrison? Did you see how I literally could not win the game because I'm playing this land? That's the 2 attack. I mean, winning the game is better than not winning the game. Don't you think? We would be done sideboarding and starting off game number 2 right now. You mean this? Win is better than not winning? Yes, I mean, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. What is this? Prismatic Ending? Take 3. Stoneforge. It didn't arrive yet, Stabs. I'm eager. Eager to see what's coming my way. Well, that's kind of hilarious. That is kind of hilarious. We'll just get back Dryad, right? Well, I guess I don't because I need to use the fetch land to cast this and this. Let's get Expedition Map. Unless they have another Solitude, they should be good, I think. So they have 3 cards left in hand, one of which is a Kaldra. I think I'm just gonna go for lethal here. Just gonna go for lethal. Overgrown Tombed, tapped. Because if they have Solitude, that's kind of whatever too. I'm sorry, I can't help myself. I'm sorry, Chad, I'm sorry. I know. I couldn't help myself. Anyway, next. Dismember. Foundation Breaker. Don't think I want Sarah's Emissary. Don't want Bojuka Bog. Biting Needle is fine as a one-off, so we can tutor for it. It's just like the whole Persist and Margrave is just so bad against them. They're just exiling my stuff. You have to let them know? Yeah, exactly. This is so bad. these are so bad. Oh my god. They're heinous. They're so bad. Just cut the whole thing. Bring in some like really bad removal spells and some like really bad cards. Bone Shard is just too awful. It's just way too bad. I can't do Bone Shards in this matchup, I guess. I just keep getting away with it because I don't know. Like my hands just are kind of fine. I don't know. This donation, I'm just trying to stuff. I am going for the clickbait. That's literally all I'm doing. I am just recklessly aiming to get some clicks with this deck list. I think this deck list is bad. I think it's pretty fun, but I think it's very, very bad. And nobody donated for it, so I'm just like, well, I guess I just have to do it myself, I guess. But as I'm saying, I just keep getting away with it because my hands are just outrageous. And my opponent just keeps a one lander do nothing hand, so it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna win this game because and honestly I may not even win it. Prismatic ending, sure. We still get to Titan here. Did I tell you, but I just clicked on the string because it said F evolution line. Yeah, thank you, Lord Pino. Appreciate that. This deck is almost legacy power level. Sure. Whatever you say, it's gonna be. Thank you for that. Follow KPLNGR. So I definitely want to force this thing, and I think that my Primeval Titan is about to get exiled by a Solitude. So I think that my plan here is gonna get another blue source and get Tularia West. This sets up my next Titan and it allows me to play the Force on the Vial. Whatever you're gonna do, gotta do it now. Stoneforge I can live with. Gadiel Kadra. How did my Primeval Tide not die there? Strange. Han with a tier 1 sub, thank you for the 28 months, Han. Really appreciate it. Happy to have you here. Coming back over and over again. Still scammed by me. Thank you, Han. I appreciate it. Scaldra is kind of annoying. I fall for the clickbait every time. Yes! Successful clickbaits. So I could explosives, I could kill this. Opponent puts a Caldra in play. And then we transmute. And next turn we can T-West. For Dryad. And that should be lethal. Hopefully. Magus. Damn it. Okay, name Sword of Fire, nice. First strike, haste, indestructible. Trample. It also kills my dude. That's the one of... I have so many bad cards in my deck. I also have only a single basic because of all of the color mana requirements. If I were playing a normal Amulet list, we would probably be winning right now. We'd have probably just won, actually. And we're just stuck playing these stupid cards. Do we have any judges in chat? I don't know, maybe we do. Losing a 3 Amulet hand. My deck sucks. Are people that try, like, my deck is just bad. Like, I drew triple Amulet, but I have nothing to do with it because my deck is constructed poorly. So it makes total sense for me to lose. It makes all the sense in the world for me to lose this game right here. Just have to get explosives, put it on 3. Be very sad. That's kind of a problem. That is, I would consider that to be kind of a problem. Blue, white, green, I guess. Okay, so I float black mana, blow this up, float black mana, tap 2, blow this up, persist here. Attack, get Valakut Vesuva. Opponent gains 9. Obviously bad news. They also get rid of my Primeval Titan. Bounce here. Valakut. Kill this. Kill that. Play that. And now if we draw a Primeval Titan, we have a shot at winning the game. And if my opponent has nothing, of course. If they have no answer to the Dryad and I draw a Primeval Titan, maybe we can put a win together here. I thought on playing one Asmo, you can cast it artillery with Tiwes, taps head. Wow. It's pretty next level. Seems heinous, but it's pretty next level. We have to draw Primeval Titan. Yeah, that. We have to draw exactly that. This is the only card that matters. Got Ithalia. It's not it. It's not it, unfortunately. We can make a token. Token would be a 4/4/4, 5/6/7. We die anyway. Yeah. So I guess I just have to bring in the bone shards because my opponent's playing fucking what's his name? They're playing Magus. Just throwing that out there. Do we have basic swamp? No, we don't, but we have Dryad to fix our mana. I think people are underappreciating how bad our deck list is. Maybe you're getting confused and you think that our deck list is kind of okay. No. Everything is going according to plan. It didn't even switch places in the hand. It didn't even switch places. It was just there. It was just there. It's just like, yep, I'm just chilling here. You do you. I'm just gonna be chilling here. Don't mind me. Please vial me on one or something, you know? Yeah, this deck is horrendous. But it's a great meme. We have successfully put the fear in my opponent's soul. We have successfully put the fear in my opponent's soul. Just gonna get my basic forest here. Opponent brought in Rest in Peace against us. That should be like a challenge unlocked or whatever, you know? Achievement unlocked. Holding on to the dried until I have something to do with it. Opponent finds another basic. Can we draw the angel now? Can we please draw the angel? What a joke, man. We have bone shards in our deck, so I'm gonna be holding on to these lands because I may want to pitch them to bone shards. We're obviously gonna lose, right? I love that we expanded the hate that is good against us from Blood Moon to also Rest in Peace. Yep. Deck was too good, so we wanted to make sure that it had a little bit more weaknesses. Sometimes just gotta make sure that... Look at Foundation Break, it's just holding the fort. Holding the fort, keeping all of these bodies at bay. You love to see it. Off it! We deserve to lose for playing a bad deck. See you next round. Welcome to round 4 of this shit show. Alright. Turn 3 Titan. The non-conventional way. Turn 3 Titan the non-conventional way. Busted hand. My opponent's gonna have an Inquisition and the game is gonna end on the spot. But if they don't though, we're gonna have a 5/5 Primeval Titan. It's just so aggro, man. It's just so aggro to just go like, yeah, here's a Primeval Titan. It's just so hilarious to me that this is a thing. And once again, we're gonna get away with it, which is just mind-blowing. All it took, we just had to play against a worse deck than ours. That's how you win at Magic. When you win at Magic by playing bad decks, all you need to do is play against decks that are worse than yours, and you're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be okay. Blood Moon. I mean, maybe we get owned here. I can swing for 6. So we have to go get Vesuva and a Gruul Turf, which is our only other red source. Definitely getting to Lurrus West. Definitely getting Radiant Fountain. We do have a bounce land in play. Yeah. Radiant Fountain is to make sure that we, you know, just don't get 18'd. Although I don't think my opponent can 18 me from here. They can cast Primeval Titan. So maybe that's like a little bit unnecessary. Gonna have to pick for Pact and Upkeep, but then we're gonna find a second Amulet, which means that this Vesuva is gonna net me 4 mana. They can't kill my Primeval Titan. If this is their play, they can't kill my Prime Time. So I think we should be good. They can EOT sack and then play search. Yeah, they could play something like that. So I think it's correct for me to play around that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Float a mana. Get another Amulet of Vigor. blue, blue. Vesuva, bounce land. Float mana. Bounce this. Transmute. Pact. Pact for Dryad. Play Dryad. This just doesn't really matter anymore. Opponent doesn't feel like conceding. Will this version do better than the original title list? It seems less fast, less explosive, and more sketchy. Why do you think that I've been saying that this version sucks since the stream began? Yes. It's bad against... It's bad for many numerous reasons. How do I find these lines? Because I've been playing the deck for literally 7 years, maybe more. After many years playing the deck, the lines kind of start just coming to you. Have I tried the Enchantress deck? I have. I'm not too high on it. It was cool at one point when it was, you know, just kind of owning all of the Asmo decks and stuff, and then it just, I don't think it was good anymore. It was just super medium. The power level is a little bit too low. Is this a dono, or did I suggest you? I subjected myself to this pile because of lack of better ideas, unfortunately. How? Are we supposed to just name... We play this and name land? Is that what's up? I find that quite amusing. Just play Sarah's Emissary and name land. It's hilarious. Name land and block that. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's really funny. Maybe they play Dryad. I don't know. People at the edges keep talking me about this deck. I was trying to see if you had answers. Yeah, it sucks. Like, I don't know what you expected to see. I mean, just look at the deck list. It's just a shit show. Yeah. So not good hands. Guess I'm keeping this. One. This hand loses to Force of Vigor, by the way. I only have 4 Dryads that I'm drawing towards. I don't think I'm supposed to pop the Saga to go get the Amulet. And this is the problem with this deck list. It's just like even when you're doing your thing, you're not winning the game. So like, why does it even matter? The answer is it just doesn't. Like you're just doing the thing, but like it's just worthless. I guess I would have been luck sacked. Well, I'm gonna pass the turn. I'm dead to a Primeval Titan here. They are playing Triad, which makes me want to play another one. Played my Nihilist last night. Only chain I made was remove one Ren for one Explorer and play the... Oh, to try to second, they were phenomenal. Ended up 3-2 and 8th place of the night. Nice, Epic Dredge. I would not recommend doing that, but if it worked out for you, then sweet. I guess we keep. Or because of the card draw and grew my constructs to like 10-10s. Yeah, I mean, I know that Tracker is a good card in this kind of shell. I just don't think that that card is better than Ren 6 in order to... considering the game plan the deck has. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you for that follow, Hot Butter. I think I'm just getting Terastodon here. Mostly because I don't want to draw it. I just can't keep getting away with it, dude. Like this is just this just can't keep going. This just can't keep going like this. Like I can't just I can't. I shouldn't be getting away with this. Yeah, by all means, Epic Dredge. I've been having a lot of fun with that deck. It's a good time. Ancient Grudge. You got me. I mean, this one is on my opponent, right? This one is that one is on my opponent. I'm not gonna take responsibility for that one. I'm not gonna take responsibility for that one. That one is on my opponent. So we're just gonna move on, I guess. There we go. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Just draw your 4-offs like a luck sack and the deck is fine. Alright, playing against very likely Grixis Shadow. Seems like okay. I mean, this is just as okay as this deck's hands are gonna be, so I guess it's fine. I don't think Knight is good, no. Believe me, I tried. I tried to make Knight of the Reliquary good. It just isn't. I'm not convinced that that is better than just playing Reclaimer, by the way. I'm not convinced that it's better than just playing Reclaimer. In fact, it's quite possible that it would be the opposite, but it's just an idea. Just an idea. Seems very, very unlikely for us to be able to win this game, right? We replace 2x for 2 tracker? No, I wouldn't. That's literally what I just said. It's literally what I've been saying. I think that Explore is just key to the deck. Like, I think that without Explore, your curve is just terrible. I consider Explorer to be extremely important. In fact, I was messing around with other versions of the deck, playing even more copies of Explorer in what's his name? Growth Spiral. Splashing blue for Growth Spiral and Teferi. Would you replay to explode 2 sims? Now you're talking. Serum Visions is a different story. I mean, we don't have land, so game's over. Bone Shards, Relic. Explosives. Emissary? Is this even something that I want to do? Probably not. The sideboarding with this deck is just a nightmare. I feel like I just want to cut this on every single matchup, but I don't have enough good cards to bring in. It's pretty brutal. I guess maybe the persists are fine. And Markgrave kind of sucks. Colecturín de TCG. Por supuesto, papá. Muchas gracias, Bashel. Would say Explode is key to the deck's curve. I boarded them out every game last night and it felt okay. Yes, you're boarding them out when you're bringing in cheap interaction. You're not boarding them out in game 1. So you are just falling into the problem of, you know, thinking about your game 1 configuration with your game 2 configuration in mind, or like vice versa. Like, you know what I'm trying to say. You lost to Elementals and E-Tron. E-Tron is a very, very good matchup. Elementals is bad. I think I'm going to keep this and I'm going to go turn 1 Relic. If it was Green Tron, that's a completely different story. Green Tron is a heinous matchup. Really bad for us. The guy was playing Serum Parallel last one. Yeah, I never lost that matchup. So you were playing against like Eldrazi Stompy, I guess. And yeah, I've never lost that matchup. I think that matchup is very, very good. So you definitely got super unlucky. You must have gotten super, super unlucky in order to lose that matchup. I played against it like once or twice, and every single time just felt like an absolute just a buy. They just couldn't do anything against what I was doing. Yeah, but like that's exactly what you want, because those are the kind of things that you can beat very easy. Like that plays exactly into your game plan. That is exactly what you want to see. Like some 3-3s and 5-5s. And then you just completely run them over with your better cards. I guess I'm gonna shock, because I may have to crack this if my opponent has K command or whatever. No, chalices are bad, so you should have taken them out. Abrupt Decay. That sure is something. I wish I had drawn that one. Definitely wish I had drawn that one. We can draw Persist here, though. Fuck. Persist. So we have 4 persists to draw towards, and we have 6 Primeval Titans and 4 Summoners backed. Yeah, sucks that I have to do that, but drawing a blank. Primeval Titan? We're gonna draw Persist. Okay. Still pretty bad, but this thing I have such a hard time with. Yeah, I think it's fine-ish. The shadow versions are a lot harder to beat. The shadow versions are a lot harder to beat than just the mid-rangey ones, in my opinion. Unless they have turn 1 Monke into just completely destroy you kind of deal, which happens sometimes for sure. Primeval Titan, Summoner Spect, hey. So we only have one problem here, which is that this is not gonna be enough. Opponent's got no graveyard, nowhere close to Delirium. Maybe it is okay. Pay for Pact. I think we play the Forest. Pay for Pact, Transmute. With any untapped land, we can theoretically cast a Dryad. Kill my opponent. You see this a lot down there. Yeah, it's possible. I mean, it's a good deck. This is better against Lightning Bolt. I know my opponent gets to recast it, but this is better against Lightning Bolt. And this is also, it doesn't give my opponent more mana. So I'm assuming my opponent's last card in hand is... My opponent's last card in hand is a Lightning Bolt. So we're at a virtual 1. Okay. I'm assuming my opponent has exactly Lightning Bolt in hand. So this is what we're gonna do. I think my opponent's last card in hand is exactly Lightning Bolt. Me está poniendo on the spot. Wife putting me on the spot right now. There we go. Whew, that was close. That was a close one. That was a close one. I'm just asking my opponent, did you have the bolt in hand? Or am I just an idiot? Did you see the message? Well, if I didn't answer your message, it's probably because I didn't see it. Remove one Rena, one explode, so as I supposed to win against Eldrazi. Oh, I mean, I don't know your opponent deck list. I haven't played against versions that are playing endless ones, so like I don't know what your opponent's deck list looks like. Because you know your opponent's deck list is gonna help in that regard. But it's possible that like prismatic endings could be bad, like chalices are definitely bad. I don't know. Can you ask me in between matches? I'm trying to think about something else right now. Epic Dredge. Remind me. Ask me the question again in between matches, and I will make sure that I can answer it. But right now, I'm thinking about something else. Do I want this? Is this just GG if I name creature? Nah. Okay. This is a fine 5. Send that and send that. This deck is amazing. You're being very generous with your use of the word amazing. Coif could be a problem here. Monke. Amulet is like playable? No, not really. They know about the explosive, so I think at my point is just going to dash Monkey in it again. Yep. Currently playing for back-to-back 5-0s with Amulet. Sweet. Must have gotten some pretty good matchups. Yes. I mean, when I did play the other day, like it was not horrendous, but it's just you don't have good matchups. Just what it is. They knew about the explosives. Why would they play the shadow? I mean, I'll take 3. Epic Threats with the tier 1 sub. Thank you for the 2nd month. Welcome back to the Prime Time Stronghold. Vala could play this, copy here, play around call against command. If my opponent has Alpine Moon, that's potentially a problem. Yeah, decaying explosives is kind of annoying. We're obviously gonna crack it. Hoping to dodge a shadow here. I guess we can't really dodge a shadow, never mind. Dodge a Thoughtseize is what I meant. Lurrus, get back shadow, play monkey probably? Yeah. Nothing like being in top deck mode against the fucking Lurrus deck and just top decking an absolute blank. I deserve it though. So we block there. We take 7. They gain life. That's hilarious. Oh, they exiled the fountain? Damn it. I needed that. Attack. They take 6 down to 5. We get Bounce Land plus Tolaria West. We transmute. I'm just gonna play another Primeval Titan and say go. Oh, I could have hasted the second Titan and swung for lethal. Whoops. All right. So that happens. I could have just swung for lethal. It's not often that I meet like I miss such an obvious lethal line. It's good to be reminded every now and then that deep inside, we all suck. I also tapped wrong. I should have tapped this. Oh, whoops. Well, that's their last card, though. I meant to tap black mana before doing this. Whatever. They're tapped out, and I'm gonna go that one. This is not persist. This is a marked grave. Well. These last couple of turns have been suboptimal. These last two turns have been rather suboptimal. My opponent's gonna draw a call against command, and I'm gonna be very, very sad. Or that's also a thing. I am very sad right now. We're gonna call that an honorary. We're gonna call that an honorary 4-1, because I obviously should not have fetched and shocked for no reason whatsoever, and then we just my opponent kills the blocker, and then we just untap and kill them. So not only did I miss lethal, but then I also literally put myself dead to any removal spell. So obviously, whatever. Anyway. Alright, welcome to another league with the worst Amulet deck list that I've ever played, but I'm a luck suck enough that I've been somehow kind of winning with it, so so it's okay. I'm gonna keep this hand. I think we're doing turn 1 basic, just turn 1 over 1 to tap, say go. Playing against the Lurrus deck because, well, you know. Is it mill again? Oh, okay. Sadness. Sadness! What is he playing? Did we do something wrong? Just trying to get those clicks, Scott. Trying to get that clickbait, you know? It's okay. So now, that's not the worst draw actually, because now I can go Dryad into Growth Chamber. And then now if we draw a Titan, we can actually just cast it. Still applies. But now I also have Saga as a backup plan. Play that, bounce here, pass the turn. The man, what's the plan? How do you get this Titan and junk him out of the can? That's really poetic, what you said. Really, really poetic. Good job, Last God. Good job. Kind of feels like there's an argument for chomp blocking and they're just getting back to Dryad. Sure. So this is Spike's list. Damn it, I'm playing against the good list. That sucks. Like this spice? Yes, exactly. That's what we're here for. We're here for the clickbait. So, enjoy the spice. Okay. Okay. To reanimate Titan every game, quality bait? Yeah, exactly. There's something special about reanimating Primeval Titan. I mean, you could work hard to get your Primeval Titan into play with an Amulet of Vigor and like a bounce land and like a bunch of lands, or you could work even harder and trying to draw 2 different cards that don't do anything without the other half of the combo in your no cantrip deck. So it's your choice. Choose wisely. That was game 1. We lost to 2 dressed down Death Shadows. So not good. I think we're dropping Saga here on turn 2. Yep. The cavern for incredible times, but to top. Enter tapped unplayable assisted for Reanimator. I don't even know what you're talking about, Morty. No place is exactly what we want to see. No place is exactly what we want to see. We're gonna need to really play around dress down. Oh, we're unplayable Saiju. Yeah, that's not an accident. It's not an accident that we're not playing Saiju. Very, very much on purpose. So this tells me my opponent has another dress down and they're just cycling the first one, because dress down is the nuts here. Dress down is the absolute nuts. So if they just wasted that dress down for no reason, then fuck. Well, I'm just gonna let it resolve because maybe they don't name Saga. They're gonna name Saga, but like maybe they don't, so. That was really good, Alpine Moon. No, that's good news for us. That is good news for the home team. Bujukibog has been exiled. Hehehehe. Hehehehe. So we don't have lethal once again. Once again, we don't have lethal. But it's okay. Suva battlements. Let's get growth chamber plus radium fountain, I guess. Who needs lethal when you can prime time? Exactly. Here's Johnny. That's a very, very weird chump block. What does that even mean? Oh, that's why. I mean, it doesn't matter, obviously. We have, you know, the literally dead on board. You don't know I have a land here, right? You do know I have a land here, right? Okay. Oh, we could have packed it for Gracer. You're right. I think there was one copy in the deck. I'm not sure. I think I didn't cast the Gracer. Maybe they thought you really wanted to kill Shadow. Maybe. I mean, to be fair, I really wanted to kill Shadow there. Faltaba la segunda bala con el mazo. Yeah. De nuevo, no importa. No importa, Rhinos. Realmente no importa. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this hand. So that probably takes the Amulet. Oh, the sequencing from opponent. Solo importa reanimar titanes, el resto de joda exactamente. No importa nada. No importa nada. Getting 2 pounds of Titan that let you pact for a second Dryad for lethal too. Yeah, it's possible that there were multiple lines there. Not really too upset about missing lethal the previous game, so it's just fine. Inquisition takes the persist. Which I guess makes sense, because otherwise I would have been able to play Dryad the following turn, so... Yeah, persist taking 1 for the team. Not the worst draw I've ever seen. We can also crack Expedition map if we want to now. Probably getting Tolera West. We could get Saga. But Saga gets owned by Alpine Moon. I'm definitely not getting Valakut. Because I'm probably not going to be able to trigger. That's just so good for me. That's like insanely good for me. I think I'm just getting Tolera West. Maybe I don't have as much time as I think I do. Let's play Battlements and say go. No need to expose the Dryad to a removal spell. Well, now we have multiple Dryads, so... These are the matches that we win, though. These are the matches that we win, where my opponent is just like, they are trying to play control against us, and they don't put any pressure at all. And they give me draw steps, and they give me more draw steps, and they give me more draw steps. And eventually they just give me too many draw steps. So play Rot Farm. Bounce. Cast Dryad. Play Saga. Transmute. For Summoner's Pact. Pass the turn. And now our hand is Persist Summoner's Pact. So my opponent will need to draw and unlock the Summoner's Pact, funny enough. Because otherwise we just can persist the Primeval Titan. Opponent plays Lurrus. So they know what I'm drawing. Surely hope I don't draw Persist. Because if I draw a Persist, then my opponent's going to know to counter the Summoner's Pact. What do I think about the blue-black thing in the Ice Stress Down deck? I think it's very cool. Not sure whether it's good, but... Bone Shards. So let's play my land. Make sure I have my mana. So this is gonna get killed. Dress down. Well, I could have played around this. I could have played around this by playing my second land. Am I just dead here? Dude, I'm dead. That's hilarious. I'm actually just dead here. I could have played around this. Damn it. I should have played around this. That was the best dress down I've ever encountered. Vala could steal triggers. I don't get this. So they didn't even need to do this. My opponent was supposed to just like let the turn go, and then they were supposed to end step dress down. I died to my own pack trigger. So they're just showing off right here. Like I'm actually dead on board. I should have played my extra land drop before I did anything else. I wasn't thinking about dress down and I got owned super hard. Yeah, definitely gonna be thinking about this card in the future, and the implications of this card. It's just like every time I face it, it's just, oh yeah, that's right, it does that too. Like this card is so cool. But yeah, all right. I was playing around drawing the lock and I got owned by dress down instead. See you next one. All right, for educational purposes, I will make the clarification that apparently dress down does not affect dryads. It's some layers thing, so apparently it doesn't get affected. So never mind, erase that thing. My opponent didn't need to terminate. Yeah, are we whitelisted enough to keep? Is the name of the question here? I mean, I'm playing this league for the memes already, so like I'm not gonna ship a hand like this one, right? It was all part of the plan. It was all part of the plan. Is this this is just Rhinos, right? I guess it could be Blue Moon or something like that. Please tell me we're doing this. Please tell me we're doing it. F6, opponent, F6. Okay? Just F6, alrighty? Yes! It was all part of the plan. Discarding 2 hand size on turn 1 for value. Discarding 2 hand size on turn 1. Never, ever remotely close to being punished. Not even for a second. Not even for a second close to being punished. Yeah, so my opponent is playing Rhinos. Also, they thought it was a 6/6. They missed 1 point with the fire. So we have another amulet. Let's play this. We have not achieved enough jankiness to run white on umbrella rights. I mean, not with that attitude. I will take 4. Bring back gemstone mines. We haven't had Witch's Cottage come up even a single time. That's how unlucky we were. I would like to present lethal, thank you very much. Dude, look at how bad our deck is. It's kind of mind-blowing how bad our deck is. I mean, the good thing about these unmarked graves is that I can discard them to my underground cookbook to make tokens to grow my constructs. Still think we should play one of Emeria's Insane with Riot? I don't think so. I can only tolerate so much jank, Pino. It's like I have a junk limit, and once that junk limit gets capped, then it's just like I can't process anymore kind of deal, you know? Discard Primeval Titan to hand size, dude. That's actually something that happened. That's actually something that happened this very game. Turn 1, go to discard. Turn 2, turn 3, reanimate Primeval Titan. I should probably just drop right here. Just drop the league. It's not getting better than this. We have peaked. We have peaked. It's not getting better than this. It's over. We're done here. Nowhere to go. Nowhere else to go. Not so Polish, friend. That's me. What's up? Glucuronolactone. Not suspicious whatsoever. Not suspicious whatsoever. ¿Qué tal ese leg? Es un desastre, Alcic. Es vergonzoso, pero está divertido. Opponent was out there just like, yeah, don't mind me, just fetching for basics. just fetching for basics. Oh wow, that's a force of vigor. Jeez. Well, game's probably over now. Certainly so. Kind of feels like my opponent should have just played the Bone Crusher there, just put in a clock. Forest Pitching Borrower. We don't have one swamp. We don't have one swamp, we only have one basic forest, and we were lucky to naturally draw our second Vesuva, so we could actually pay for our packs. It's kind of mind-blowing how easily we would have won this game if we were playing a real deck. If we were playing a normal version of Amulet, we would have won this game very, very easily, actually. We wouldn't have this card in my hand right now. Perfect Kindness a winning hand. I mean, I don't see why not. So it seems like my point is on the Mulligan to Blood Moon game plan, so I think I'm going to cut another one of these unmarked graves, because I hate the card more than anything, but also because it's quite possible that I should just have access to one more force. Opponent with 3-color Bloodman? Yeah, of course. It's very easy to play Bloodman with 3 colors. I remember back in the days of Tarmo Twin. Tarmo Twin had that kind of stuff going on. His hand kind of slaps. Gonna have to watch out for force, which completely blew me out last game, but yep, that's a thing. So I think my plan is going to be, opponent is gonna Bloodmoon me on 3. Wow. Pigeon Prismari command? Really? So they 2-for-1 themselves instead of literally waiting one turn. And alright, I mean, whatever. They fear the amulet? Yeah, but it's kind of unfounded fear, right? So they're just gonna Rhino me on end step. No, the Sidarian Instinct could have. So here come the Rhinos. are fine. But now my opponent needs the Blood Moon or they're gonna lose, because I can just go get Expedition Map for Cavern of Souls. Blood Moon or best. It's not a Blood Moon. Take it. Well, they can't have anything for 2 mana, right? Counter spell. Fire and Ice. We have a saying in Russia: the rhino has very poor eyesight, but with its mass, it is not the rhino's problems. That's a good saying. Is there any match traders coupon codes floating around? Yes. Easy. Wow, dude. I guess I shouldn't have F6. It's insane how bad this deck list is, man. I mean, I could have fetched for another basic, but I just don't have one. I just don't. I mean, this is kind of what it is, because it's not getting better. Sure, I can find exactly Foundation Breaker, but... Hey, it's Force of Negation. They have the Force. Yeah, like I could hardcast it, but I don't wanna. I could hardcast the Force, but I don't want to. So yeah, just so you know. Opponent played poorly, but it didn't matter. See you next round. Alright, so this is terrible. What would I change? I think that we just need another basic. I don't think this deck can work on a single basic land. I think that's just not... It's just not. Let me be clear. This is terrible, right? Like the decks that use this game plan, they either have ways to dig deeper into their deck, or they have other sort of synergies going on. This is just being cute for being cute's sake. You need, like, you're playing a deck that is, it's doing a game plan consistently, and then you're just tearing that game plan apart. And in that league that we played, we actually found multiple situations where we found ourselves in a spot where if we were playing Amulet, we would have won on the spot. And then because we were playing cards like Unmarked Grave and Persist, then we actually were in really, really tough shape. And Mark Grave is just terrible. Like this, at no point did I ever draw this card and I'm like, ooh, awesome, that's great, like great top deck there. But you're forced into playing this bad card in your deck because you want... this card was a lot better. Like there were multiple situations where I could cut the Unmarked Graves and I could just Leave the persits in. Like, this card was actually okay. All right, so I don't have anything in against persist. The problem is that this card doesn't consistently do anything unless you already have the unmarked graves, and the unmarked graves are consistently heinous, absolutely embarrassing. So with that in mind, this deck can never be good. Okay, let me just set that straight. This deck can never be good. Now, if you want to meme at FNM, or you want to meme through a league, this deck can be a good time. Okay, so just keep that in mind and make sure that you go if you want to play this deck, that you are thinking you're in the proper mindset. All right, so what I would do, the Entomb Witch's Cottage thing never came up, way too hard to set up, it's just terrible. Cut it, that's just bad. We add another forest. We can have access to a basic swamp if we needed to. Uncertain whether we actually want to. I would definitely have to try it, which I'm not going to. But it's possible that we can have some of that going on there, and this is how we should adapt the mana base. As far as the rest of the deck list, once we make that change, then we can probably cut the Sagoth Triumph and maybe one of the Overgrown Tombs. Not sure about the Sagoth Triumph, but probably one of the Overgrown Tombs, and we can add the second copy of Valakut. And this will help. We still have not like a super great amount of black sources, but a reasonable amount of black sources. So it shouldn't be that problematic. You have 12 black sources. Like, we're definitely cutting it close, but again, like, your deck sucks, so don't complain. your deck is bad, so don't worry about it. But yeah, the power level of the deck felt significantly inferior than Amulet's, and not only that, but we also had a lot less outs. Like, because we are playing bunch of bad cards, we had a significantly higher amount of dead draws. Like, instead of drawing stuff like like an Azusa or stuff like a Relic, which it can be a fine tutor target to go find game 1, or even just ramp in order to stop monkeys, we have a bunch of just bad cards in our deck. So multiple reasons why this deck is bad, but it was kind of hilarious, and we had a couple of situations where it was just a lot of fun. It was just a fine time. Anything else about this deck list? Not really. I think that the main changes that you can do are in the mana base, and you could do some changes to the actual like the deck list, but I don't really think it's worth it. Just, if you want to go into this, just go into it knowing what's going on. That's gonna be it. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit that like and subscribe, and hopefully you enjoyed this bonus deck and these bonus matches that I'm going to be putting into the league. I will see you in the next video, and take care. Bye bye.